Whatever I do, gotta put my own head down. Feeling inside me full with passion. Stay true to your dreams. You know me who I am. Whatever I do, gotta put my own head down. Feeling inside me full of passion.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. We leave no warrior behind. Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, we're here to make sure that they heal. And whether it's helping those with post-traumatic stress disorder live a normal life again, or giving much-needed support to injured warriors in veterans' hospitals. Because no one deserves our help more than the men and women who risk their lives to keep us safe. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
And hear stories of strength and recovery at Make the Connection, Recovery. 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 At Make the Connection, Recovery.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DaBooth312. Sorry, we're having a little technical difficulties in the studio today. I don't know what's going on with those gremlins today, but it's all right. We got a great show lined up for you anyways. We're going to be throwing down for you guys, so you make sure you stick around right here. Welcome back to another episode of DaBooth312, broadcasting off WIT 88.9 FM Chicago, DaBoothRadio.com, and Classic House Radio. Today's show is a real good show. No, it's a real great show. We got a couple of great DJs coming in as guests. One of which we've been trying to get in for a long time, and we're really happy to finally have him here. We have Phat Man in the studio. If you guys are not familiar with Chicagoland DJs, and DJ Phat Man, well, you don't know house music because this guy throws down. Every time I've heard this guy's set, he definitely knows how to move a crowd and keep that vibe alive. So he definitely does a great job. And we're really excited to finally have him in here in the studio because we've been trying for a while to get him in here. So we're real happy to have that. We're also always happy to have one of our brothers in here that is here. Sometimes he's not here. Sometimes even when he is here, he isn't here. DJ DaveC is in the studio.
I'm a ghost, and by the look of the camera, you can barely see me. But I'm here. It's not a fiction of your imagination. It's not a ghost. I am here.
And of course, we have DJ Ron Tinsley in the studio.
How y'all doing today? Welcome. Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Getting ready to go into this part of the year called the holidays, and it's almost the end of the year. It is almost the end. Yeah, it is almost the end of the year. And guess what, y'all? There's a lot coming for 2023. So yeah, stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff, and we got some announcements to make. We'll wait until after our guest speaks about him and his lineage, and we'll give you guys some surprisers, some teasers. But there's a new spot in town that's opened and reopened. They were closed during the COVID time frame, and they're getting their stuff together like everybody else, and they are opening up, and we'll talk about that later.
We have two hot spots to talk about.
Okay,
I got a pretty sizzling one myself on the north side.
He's got a sizzler, and I got a sizzler. One downtown, one up north. How about that?
I guess I'm out.
No.
Third man out, y'all. Third wheel.
There is no third wheel.
You'll be included, my friend.
But without further ado, I want to say a mad big ups to DJ Phat Man for being here.
And normally I don't say too much, and I don't want to cut you off, but
you did.
I have to talk about this gentleman because I've known him basically my whole life. Before DJing, before anything, we were in grammar school together, and just a great individual, a good heart, an excellent chef. those that know him personally know how good of a cook he is. But he's just a awesome individual. So it is a very happy day for me to have him in the studio.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem. I mean, I don't have a leg to stand on because he took the rug from me, but welcome to the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we grew up like since like 6th grade.
Okay.
So all in Bucktown.
All right.
We've seen the gentrification, all that stuff over there. It's insane.
All right. So, Phat Man, tell us about Phat Man. When did you start? How did you get your start? Who were your motivations in house music, or did you start like there's some DJs that started DJing as hip hop DJs and then found themselves gravitating toward house music. What was your pilgrimage to start?
Right.
Because we're not young guys.
No, yeah, we are young. We young. You
Okay.
know,
I'll take that.
actually, the person that really influenced me was my parents at home all the time. I always say this. My mom listened to a lot of Motown. I mean, they were both born in Puerto Rico, but she has a lot of soul, my mom. And my dad would listen to a lot of Spanish, so I got the Latin influence, as well. Then one day in our grammar school, of course, my mentor, Nelson Torres, actually was DJing. First time I seen him play. First time I ever seen 1200s.
Okay.
Actually, he had 1200s because his brother was a DJ as well. And I was like 13 years old when he asked me to come over to his house and kind of like practice a little bit.
Okay.
And that's basically what set me off.
Really?
Since I was 13 years old.
Okay.
I played on 1200s. I mean, I had my own set at home, like we always do, I
Oh, we
started with-
always do. So I didn't
Hey,
have that kind of money. I had to go to my friend's house.
No, actually, I used my mom's turntable with no pitch. I had an Olsen.
That's what I started with,
I had
yeah.
an Olsen RA 606 or 909 little mixer 4-channel
Okay.
with a little belt drive turntable. And then
Yep.
when I met Nelson, he took me under his wing. And basically, I was practicing every so often on 12s.
Okay.
And it was about a year before my dad finally bought me my own set for my birthday.
Nice.
And that was the beginning of 94.
And he bought you 1200s?
1200s and a Newmark 18 DM 1850, I think.
How much were 1200s back then? Wow.
$300.
$300, yeah, I remember.
$300. The needles were like $25. It was insane.
Yeah,
he paid under $1,200 for
I was
my whole
gonna
gift.
say about 3 or 4 because I remember I saw a deal one time for 2 of them for like $800. It was a deal for those 2. And I forget the mixer at the time, but yeah, I was gonna say it was about that price too. But yeah, it was still a little too pricey for me. I couldn't afford those.
Yeah, they're I mean, I can't just believe how much you guys know how much 12s cost now. It's
Right?
insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even for a used one, you can't even get none for $300.
You're not going
Right.
to get anything under $1,200
Right.
Yeah.
for a good pair.
For a good
A
pair,
good
yes.
one.
A good one sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even a pair. You're going to get a good one for probably. I think the lowest I've ever seen was $1,100,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that was
absolutely.
without the needlehead.
Oh yeah, they 12s don't come with.
So
You gotta get your own.
You gotta
Right.
get them, and needles are expensive now. Imagine, but back then we had great times, with the change of dancing and the music was all one from when I was young,
right.
all the time.
So what kind of music did you get started off with when you were doing that?
You know what? When I started, there was no house music, so I was playing Italo disco, some funk, and of course disco as well. Because Italo disco and disco is 2 different things. Energy and top 40. As back then we were all like mobile DJs, so we play a little bit of everything. I also
to be
played hip
universal,
hop,
yeah.
so you had to play a little bit of everything because the B-boy stuff was coming out.
Right.
So
A
it
lot
was-
of people don't know DJ Phat Man can scratch a little bit.
Yeah, I used to scratch back then.
Back then, huh?
Yeah, back then, scratch and stuff, and do some tricks because
Okay.
you got to keep up with what was trending at the time, And then I stopped doing that because
Yeah.
I just got more into just the music and sound engineering. That's another thing.
Okay.
I learned sound engineering, and I was interested just because I saw Nelson Torres and his brother. They had like all the gear. Like I saw Crown amps back then. They had Shure and Vega speakers, so I got really interested in that. So one time frame after like 94, I kind of like stopped DJing for a minute because I was doing a lot of sounds and stuff like that, and I was doing sounds for the hip hop community, underground, rap, hip hop parties. Also, when the rave scene started, I was right. My foot was in there as a sound guy.
Okay.
When it first started. So I used to do sounds for Vibonauts when Vibonauts first started. So if anyone is familiar with the rave scene, they know who Vibonaut is.
Okay. All right. So you got your foot in the door and you started getting in, from the sound. And then how did your career as a DJ start blowing up?
Nelson actually got me my first gig in 1984 at Northwest Hall, which was one of the big teen clubs at the time. Okay. It was right off of North Avenue and Western. Dave knows where it's at, too.
Yes, sir.
The owner was Sada. And then one of the promoters was Kachamba and someone else. And Nelson got me the gig to, DJ with him. And it was nerve-wracking. I don't know what most DJs go through, but I know it was my first gig. You get really nervous, So, of course, your first blend or two, I'm not going to lie, we're shaky. So Nelson comes behind my ear and he tells me, hey, pretend you're in the attic. You got this. And after that, it was flawless the whole night.
Okay.
My whole set, at least, because I didn't play the whole night. There was a few DJs. So, that was my first gig in 84. And that's what basically started my whole career as a DJ.
Gotcha. So have you, outside of DJing, have you produced anything?
No.
Okay.
Actually, I have not produced. I've been asked to come to the studio a lot, but I'm the type of person I like to have my own things, learn a little bit first. But I would love to go. I'm going to do it soon, but it's just not the time for me. I have other things, family to take care of first, and then those opportunities will come.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Amen. I'm glad you said it that way because family does come first. And the fact that, like you said before we came on the air, you got a ton of projects that you're jumping into. So you're a busy man. And if you've never heard DJ Phat Man play, DJ Phat Man, when I first heard you, I was up at one of the Suave Sunday parties. That's
Oh, yeah.
Coming toward current time, you've been talking about the 80s and 90s. The first time I heard you play was at a Suave Sunday party with Yvette Magdalene, who we've had on the show as a guest. And you were playing there, and I was like, who is this guy? And this was before I met Dave. And I was like, this guy, I like his groove. He's got a lot of soul in it. And you weren't trying to beat the paint off the wall, but at the same time, everybody was grooving with you. So I enjoyed it. And then I heard you numerous times after that at some other spots. So I was like, and that's when we introduced each other to each other. I came up and introduced myself to you. But my question would be, there's a lot, as you already know, there's a ton of DJs out there compared to the 80s where you may have had a select 100 or 200 DJs and everybody kind of knew each other. There's thousands of DJs out there. What would your inspirational words be to a new DJ that might be listening right now that's wanting to get their start? What would be your advice as a seasoned veteran DJ to that Padawan?
I always say stay humble. Got to be humble. Stay positive as much as possible. I know everyone goes through things, you got to network. If you don't network, doors don't open.
Say it again.
Got to network in order for the doors to open. And doesn't necessarily mean to, support all the time, because sometimes everybody got their own lives, but support as much as you can.
Amen.
And support as many parties that you like, because every DJ has a different feel. I hear it all the time. A lot of DJs in Chicago always talk about, separation, south side different than north side. But if you really look at it, what DJ actually plays the same. Not everybody plays the same. There's different style of music. It's the same thing. And you get that in every city. It's not just Chicago, but I just hear it so much here that it sounds so negative when it's like that all over the world. Everything is separated. Even if you go to another city like New York or California, there's hard house DJs, there's soulful DJs, there's rap DJs. You're not gonna be in the same location at the same time because there's love for everyone. Got to remember that first.
The one thing I will say with the New York crowd, being that I've played in New York a couple of times, New York, I will give them the kudos because the crowd in New York, yes, you have those that like old school, you got those that like the newer house, but I think New York is the closest city, and I'm not dissing anybody that's watching from abroad, but New York is probably the closest city to Chicago how it used to be. No key phrase, I said used to be. And what I mean by that is house heads in New York, like the old Chicago house heads back in the 80s and 90s, it wasn't about what DJ was playing. It was just who, there's a house party, I'm there.
Yeah, it's music.
If your DJ wasn't playing, you didn't stay in for the night. You were going to look for the next party because, hey, my DJ ain't playing, or the DJs I like aren't playing tonight, but is there a party because it's Friday or Saturday and I want to go out? That's how Chicago, in my mind, when I was growing up in the house music community, that's how it was on the West Side. If there's no big party going on, there's somebody throwing a party, let's go to it. It didn't matter who the DJ was. So, and then the politics start to get involved, and oh, I only go when this DJ's playing or when these DJs are playing. So in New York, that crowd, that's what I felt. If their DJ, like Joe Classell, if he wasn't playing or Louis Vega wasn't playing, they're not staying in. They're looking for the next party to go to. And if this is it, as long as you're bringing the music, they're down. It seems like today's age, it's different. If this DJ or that DJ is not on the lineup, I'm not going.
Well, today's age, we're just happy to get anyone outside, away from the games, video games as it is, and get them actually outside somewhere in real life. Yeah. So that's a plus in itself. But Ron, I agree with you 100%. We do have to get back to that. And again, as we said it before, and we'll say it again here, DaBooth312. That's one thing that we don't play is the segregation of the house music community. You know, we don't segregate. Again, like Phat Man said, there is more than enough to go around. And even though we may not love every single sound, we do appreciate all that is to be given, and we do try to support that. And although we can't always support everyone all the time, we definitely do try to support the music, the sound, and those who are trying to provide it. So, you know, that's a definite thing that some of us are still trying to do. Hopefully we can find that conformity for Chicago and any and all location that wants to play house music. So hopefully we can bring that back, but it takes, you know, a few of us, one or two, to start that movement, to start doing it. And we can't constantly focus on those negatives, those who do not want to be a part of that, because if we're focused so long on that, we're not going to focus on the end goal of trying to bring back what we've seen at the beginning. So as long as we keep doing that and keep focusing on that, we have great DJs, great artists, great people, like our guest today, like you guys, that want to keep that movement going. And a lot of our followers who are watching us, tuning in right now, same as with them, they do a great job. And we really appreciate all that you guys do for what you guys do for the house music community, whether you're a DJ, a promoter, or just a fan of the music and follower. We do appreciate everything you guys do to help support that, support us, and support all of our guests here today. So hopefully we can keep that movement going, man, and go in the right direction. So Phat Man, what kind of feel, what kind of vibe are we going to expect from you today?
Soulful, some deep Latin. I always play some Latin. Got to play from my roots.
Okay.
You know, some beautiful, you know, rhythms, and of course, I love vocals. If anyone heard me play, I love vocals. I can play all day vocals.
Okay.
That's the best way.
Do you have any upcoming events that you'd like to talk about on the radio and let everybody know?
Actually, right now, no, I am working on residency. Okay. That's what my focus is right now. I'm looking for a few spots to like really call home. The one thing that you asked me earlier, for DJs that are coming out or whatever, I always say, besides just supporting the house community, you know, create your own lane, do your own party if you want someone to really follow you. Because if the people don't know who you are and the dancers don't know who you are, you're basically going to stay in the bedroom or not do anything. It's not just the promoters you have to focus on. You have to focus on the people that actually go out. The dancers and the people that go out. I'm not saying DJs. I love every DJ, but you can't support every DJ if you're a DJ, because what happens, guys? We're working.
Exactly. Exactly.
We're working.
Yeah.
So I never take anything away from a DJ if he can't show up or whatever, because you're working.
Right.
You're doing the same thing that I love. Play music. So I say create your own events. Without a promoter, you can do it yourself.
Amen.
And there's plenty of people out there to go to these events. So, we have maxed houses, packed houses, so it's some of them. And we got people standing outside. Well, guess what? You're standing outside hoping to get in. You never get in. There's another event probably next door that you could have gone to and still felt the same vibe. So, I definitely feel you on that. Okay, so we're going to showcase this. So hopefully people who own these businesses and have all these residency spots for you, once they get a chance to hear your sound here, where can they go to reach you? How can they reach out to you and find out more about you?
On social media, you can basically find me on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram.
And how do
I
they
have
find you?
YouTube.
Just
Actually,
Phat Man,
just DJ Phat Man Chicago. You can Google me and you'll catch everything, all my links.
Okay, just let you
By
guys know.
Googling me.
DJ Phat Man, it's not F-A-T, it's P-H-A-T. So
you
that's
go.
DJ Phatman. Chicago, right?
Yes.
Okay.
DJ Phat Man Chicago, and absolutely Phatman.
That's right. That's right.
I knew him back when he was FA.
Yeah, it was actually Fatman, but I get it. Some people think that it was kind of bad to call me Phat Man, but that was old school stuff. And in the '90s, I made it Phat.
There you
There
go.
you go. All right. Well, Fat Boys, we're still proud to be the Fat Boys with
That's
the F-A-T. Phat Man is proud to be who he is, and he stays in his lane to do his thing. And he is so happy to do it. And guess what? We're happy to have him here because I'm telling you, like Ron said, Phat Man definitely throws down. And I'm sure he's going to take you guys on a ride that he's taken a lot of us on. So make sure you guys stick around right here because when we come back, DJ Phat Man is going to be throwing down on the ones and twos for you. And I definitely do not believe he's going to let us down because he hasn't yet. So stick around right here for more to come on the DaBooth312, broadcasting out WIT 88.9 from Chicago, DaBoothRadio.com, and Classic House Radio.
What a fine day to play 9 holes.
Oh, tap the brakes, pal. Your head says yes. Your bad hip says not so fast.
Come on, a little exercise, some fresh air.
Your hip needs fresh air? Really? Dude, what your hip needs is a fresh hip.
Is your body holding you back?
Let's see. I think I'll fix some spaghetti tonight.
Now, how you gonna open that jar when your wrist is too sore to turn a doorknob?
Ouch! Why are these lids always screwed on so tight?
Put down the jar, pick up the phone, and call for a pizza.
Your bones and joints can say no at any age, keeping you from doing the things you always used to do. Yet a lot of people in pain decide to fight for their mobility and regain their lives. To read their stories and find your own inspiration, visit anationinmotion.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
As a veteran, you get a lot of advice. But wisdom's harder to come by. A lot of people imagine themselves in our shoes without understanding the weight on our shoulders. The truth is, few can understand the pressure of finding your own way after serving in the military. But few isn't none. You've got support. You can't control the chaos, but you can chart your way through it. Steady yourself. Take a breath. You're not alone. Learn more at maketheconnection.net.
Reaching the World Entertainment presents The Booth. Check us out every Sunday on WIIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download that free app, tune in, and get the best sounds of the underground with The Booth.
pelo cuero. El que le gusta meterse donde quiera, ahí sin miedo. Estaba ciego y ahora veo. Y ahora te digo claro, no hay nada de juego. Cógelo con take it, and let me see you shake it. That's what we call sacude, letting go that fake shit. Con mi palo santo y fumando franto, me quedo tranquilo y a ti te canto. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Yeah, hay que hacerte una limpieza. Con los santos no se juega. En la brega con Luis Vega, pa' que tú lo sepas. Lo que te hace falta, melao y un poco salsa. Bien virado, so ten cuidado, papá, cuando está en mi casa. Oye lo que te conviene, escúchame bien, nene. No te pongas guapo, chacho, porque Cristo viene. Y ahí te dejo, tú sabes que yo te quiero. Nos fuimos pa'l cielo, Capicú y el bandolero. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Cadena guaya de gua. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. 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 Cadena guaya de gua. Suelta, suelta. Sacude. Hay que hacerte una limpieza, con los santos no se juega. Por mi madre, Cotego Calde, no te da ni hambre. Lo que te hace falta, melao y un poco salsa. Bien virado, so ten cuidado, papá, cuando está en mi casa. Oye lo que te conviene, escúchame bien, nene. No te pongas guapo, chacho, porque Cristo viene. Y ahí te dejo, tú sabes que yo te quiero. Nos fuimos pa'l cielo, Capicú y el bandolero. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Cadena guaya de gua. Suelta, suelta, suelta. Sacude. Sacude.
cosa está buena. Tocaban unos DJs. ¿Cuál es DJ? Gustavito y Tony Guerra. La que pusieron mamazota. Los temas de Maniví, allí se prendió la cosa. Oye, qué bueno está la rumba que suena con Afro Latina. Mi jeva no para de bailar. ¿Dónde están los tragos? Estoy sudado, sí. ¿Sabes que te gusta la cosita? Le ponemos sabor a tu rumbita. Mira cómo me ve la morenita. Mamita, no te pongas celosita. Yo soy pa' ti nomás. Vamos a bailar, vamos a gozar. Que sonó la tambora como se le allá. Que quimbara, cumbara, cumba, quimbara. La quinta está en candela. Vamos a bailar, vamos a gozar con los mejores DJs de Venezuela. Vaya. Yo andaba por la Mercedes, caminando con mi jeva. Me metí en la quinta bar, allí la cosa está buena. Tocaban unos DJs, Gustavo y Tony Guerra, back to back. Y pusieron mamazota, los temas de Maniví, allí se prendió la cosa. Oye, qué bueno está la rumba que suena con Afro Latina. Mi jeva no para de bailar. ¿Dónde están los tragos? Estoy sudado, sí. ¿Sabes que te gusta la cosita? Le ponemos sabor a tu rumbita. Mira cómo me ve la morenita. Mamita, no te pongas celosita. Yo soy pa' ti nomás. Vamos a bailar, vamos a gozar. Que sonó la tambora como se le allá. Que quimbara, cumbara, cumba, quimbara. La quinta está en candela. Vamos a bailar, vamos a gozar con los mejores DJs de Venezuela. Vaya.
Yes, you give me mixed feelings. Oh, yes, you give me mixed feelings. Oh, yes, you give yes, you give me mixed feelings. I don't know much about the future, ooh, but if you're drifting away from me, let's find a solution. Fire, straight hot fire. I won't let another tell me what is wrong. I'd rather hear it from your horse's mouth. If things need to be explained, oh baby, I just can't seem to figure you out. How you look is different from what comes out your mouth. Are we heading north or are we heading south? You say everything is good at the same time you frown. You give me mixed feelings, baby. I can tell that something's wrong. You give me mixed feelings, yeah. Oh yes, you give me mixed feelings. Straight hot fire. I don't pay attention to that he say, she say, but you have your emotions all over your face. I just can't seem to figure you out. How you look is different from what comes out your mouth. Are we heading north or are we heading south? Could you make it clear, baby? Would you lay it all down? You give me mixed feelings. You give it to me, yeah. You won't stay, but you don't wanna go away. You love me, but you wanna take my joy away. What kind of game are you playing? You give me mixed feelings, yeah. Yeah.
for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. We on a mission now. Speakers are getting loud. This is for legacy. I don't pretend to be something that isn't me. I just be doing me. I got a whole new style. I'm about to get real wild. Oh yeah, I'ma go off on this. Oh yeah, nigga, they getting sick. Yeah, you better get your fix. Yeah, we about to get so lit. Yeah, I'ma go off on this. Yeah, you better get your fix. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. Look how I'm flipping out. We on mission. We all kings. We all gods. We all sing. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. I'm a panther. Black Wakanda. Ever. Respect. Oh, shut up. Give me my dividends. Look at that. Look at this evidence. Give me my dividends. That's right. Look at that. Look at this evidence. Come on. This is for legacy. Watch how I'm getting down. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Watch how I'm getting down. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. We on a mission now. Speakers are getting loud. This is for legacy. I don't pretend to be something that isn't me. I just be doing me. I got a whole new style. I'm about to get real wild. Oh yeah, I'ma go off on this. Oh yeah, nigga, they getting sick. Yeah, you better get your fix. Yeah, we about to get so lit. Yeah, I'ma go off on this. Yeah, you better get your fix. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. This is for legacy. Don't get it twisted now. Look how I put it down. Look how we getting down. Look how I'm flipping out. We on mission. We all kings. We all gods. We all sing. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool. Watch me move. I get busy. Use a fool.
what you want, your way's always the best way. I have succumbed to this passive sensation, peacefully falling away. I am a zombie, your wish will command me. Life has all fall to my knees. Bring it back, sing it back, bring it back, sing it back to me. Bring it back, sing it back, bring it back, sing it back to me. Bring it back, sing it back, bring it back, sing it back to me. Bring it back, sing it back, bring it I control this empty delusion, lost in the fire blue. And you come running, your eyes will be open.
What a fine day to play 9 holes.
Oh, tap the brakes, pal. Your head says yes. Your bad hip says not so fast.
Come on, a little exercise, some fresh air.
Your hip needs fresh air? Really? Dude, what your hip needs is a fresh hip.
Is your body holding you back?
Let's see. I think I'll fix some spaghetti tonight.
Now, how you gonna open that jar when your wrist is too sore to turn a doorknob?
Ouch! Why are these lids always screwed on so tight?
Put down the jar, pick up the phone, and call for a pizza.
Your bones and joints can say no at any age, keeping you from doing the things you always used to do. Yet a lot of people in pain decide to fight for their mobility and regain their lives. To read their stories and find your own inspiration, visit anationinmotion.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Are you at risk for oral cancer?
I never chew tobacco.
I don't drink much.
Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
You're 3 times as likely to get oral cancer if you drink or use tobacco. What about HPV?
HPV. Isn't that about cervical cancer?
What does that have to do with oral cancer?
You're 30 times more likely to get oral cancer if you have HPV or the human papillomavirus.
HPV? Didn't know that.
Learn more about HPV and oral cancer at myoms.org. This message is brought to you by your oral and facial surgeons.
Regional World Entertainment presents The Booth. Check us out every Sunday on WIIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download that free app, tune in, and get the best sounds of the underground with The Booth. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DaBooth312, broadcast now WIIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, boothradio.com, and Classic House Radio. All right, guys, so if you're just tuning in, you missed out on a great mix. He did not let down, and I told you guys that he wouldn't, because Phat Man definitely has got a great sound. So, again, thank you so much, Phat Man, for coming in the studio and, embracing the culture and helping us, show what you can do, man, because you definitely have a great sound to you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Thank you for having me.
And, of course, everyone was loving what you were playing as well, because we got a great response on the heat that you were playing. So, great job. Seriously, man.
A lot of love.
With that being said, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's tuned in. We got Carol Sharp. Thank you for tuning in. Marquez Antonio, Sharice Hammond, Jammin' in the House Juice. We got Brian Reich. Welcome. And Brian will be being a part of the show coming soon. We have
one of our childhood friends and Phat Man's mentor, Nelson Little House Torres, is tuning in.
What's up, Nelson?
We got Imlo in the house. We got Tony Nelson. We got Nelson Torres. We got Flora Cruz from New Jersey. We have... There's a lot of repeats in here. I'm trying to keep up. But thank you all for tuning in and jamming out with us. We still got more music to come. We got our brother coming up next on the ones and twos, DaveC.
Yo.
Dave.
That's right.
I will try not to embarrass Phat Man.
Wow. You know they're friends if they're talking like that. But hey, I wanted to pass some news right quick. I kind of alluded to this at the beginning of the show. So here it goes. Besides that, the Bears lost by 1 point. They allowed Detroit to come back. Where's that defense at? Where is the defense? Not where's the beef, where's the defense? The Bears defense, again, has not shown up, and we lose. So without further ado, the announcement that I'd like to tell all of you all is there is a new spot. It was already in existence before, but due to the pandemic, they shut down. They're jumping back open now, and this place is called Safe House Chicago on Ontario. Well, guess what? Safe House Chicago on Ontario has 2 great bars there, and yours truly was invited to be a resident DJ there.
Awesome.
It was a little late, but yes. I was asked to be a resident DJ at Safe House, and that first date, I will say, will be to be determined. It will probably be on the 23rd, but we're still working out time frames with that. So, and what they're going to plan on doing for me there is the Fridays that I spend there as my residency, we will have it as a, guess what, Red Lab house party. So the Red Lab is eventually going from just my show, podcast, to an actual club event. So stay tuned. If for those people that have asked me in the past, where's this Red Lab at? We're in town, we want to party. Now I have a place for you to come besides my house, because I'm not opening my house to total strangers. That's just how you get robbed. But for those that have come to my house, I'm in a new location. The Red Lab is in a bigger spot, and there will be some Red Lab events at my place, but twice a month at Safe House Chicago, the Red Lab will be at an open venue. Please come and check it out. Like I said, stay tuned for more details, but I look forward to this. You know, it is always a pleasure to try to be a resident somewhere. And it felt like for a while that residencies kind of fell off because a lot of club owners were getting cheap. Hey, I said it. They're being cheap. They didn't want to pay for DJs to come in every week. They just wanted to bring in who they wanted and how whatever circulated for them.
They also play a lot of mainstream.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of mainstream.
So just for you to ask, okay, what kind of music is going to be played there? No, it's not a techno club. No, it's not a tech house. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of everything in there. My brother Vincent R. is going to be one of the residents there.
So we'll hear some melodic from him, I'm sure.
Yes, and he was just on the show. He did some organic house for us, and he was playing at Primary, and he had another track that he did not. And if Vincent's watching, he had a track that he did not have us play here that he played at Primary, and I was like, "What is this? Who is this?" He goes, "Oh, this is me." I'm like, "You didn't play this on the radio. You know, of all the places, you should have played it here." But Vincent R. has some really dope stuff coming out. Please be looking for his stuff on TrackSource, Spotify, wherever you can buy music. But we will be there. And I'm announcing my first guest at Safe House Chicago.
Who that?
My brother DaveC
Me
right
that.
here.
That's
It's going to be
who.
my first guest at Safe House Chicago. So stay tuned for that date. We're going to have a blast.
As well as next Friday. I'll be by your crib next Friday.
He is my guest on the Red Lab next Friday. So I was trying to make it next Friday where it was a Safe House, DaveC come out, but
Coming out? What am I coming out of?
no, coming into the Safe House, not coming out of
We'll
it.
leave that there.
If you're coming out of something,
I don't know.
You already know, Fab.
you're coming out of your coma. Coming out of a coma because we've been in the house, you know, or in the studio here working our butts off to bring a great show for you all each and every week. So with that, Dave, you also are a resident, and I won't step on your toes. Go ahead and tell everybody where your residency is.
Let me back up. If anyone's looking for any house events this evening, if you're looking to get out the house and have some lunch or brunch, we're going to be at Brunch Ski just hanging out and supporting our brothers. You got, Steve Miggity Maestro's birthday. So we're going to be out there celebrating Carl's birthday, I believe. I believe it's his birthday as well.
It's Carl's birthday set as well.
So yeah, we're going to be there. And then, so myself, Marquez Antonio, and Jason Wolf, we have a new residency once a month at Matilda's. And Matilda's is, let me look that up, 3101 North Sheffield. Yeah, we're bringing house to the north side again. It's going to be mainly house, a little open format. We'll, throw a couple little things in there, but it'll be a Sunday brunch type style as well. We have lunch specials, menu, full menu, drink specials, everything. So it'll be the first weekend of the month. We will not have one in December because of the Christmas holiday where we got too much stuff going on, but we're going to kick it back up again in January.
And there's no cover, right, Dave?
No cover. January 8th will be the first one, and there'll be no cover. Just come on out, look at my page, Marquez's or Jason's page, and we'll have all the details there.
You'll also see promotions for that on the Red Lab because I do promotion for a few DJs and other DJs out there. If you want to be promoted on the Red Lab, you got to hit me up. Promotion works both ways. You got to promote me, I'll promote you. We mutually promote one another, not I just do all the legwork and you do nothing. So we are, for those business owners out there, if you're in the Chicagoland area and you would like to have your business promoted on the booth, please hit us up. Hit up RTW, Rob Waite, on Facebook, and we can talk about sponsorship, promotionary measures for your business. And all we do is ask for the same thing to be reciprocated every week. Talk about the Booth 312. Tell people where if you have your business playing us live right now, let us know. We'd love to give you a shout out on the radio, and let's all work together. This is again not just something that we do as our leisure or as a hobby. I'm not a hobbyist. This is our lifestyle. House music is what we're about, and we truly do mean that. We are here in this station. This is a non-for-profit radio station, so we're not getting paid. But we would like to do business with the local business Chamber of Commerce in in this community, and hit us up if you're a business owner and you like house music and you want to promote your business on the FM dial. Let us know. So with that being said,
I feel like we're signing off for today.
Yeah,
You're saying goodbye to everybody?
No.
I'm just looking at the time. I want to get you on the decks because they didn't tune in to listen to us ramble our mouths. They want to hear some music. So are you ready, DaveC?
I'm always ready.
Okay, he said
until I'm not.
I hope it ain't right now.
You did mention the second guest wasn't showing up today, right?
Oh, thank you, Fat Man.
Remind you.
Okay, so those that were tuning in to say, hey, where the heck is Nick Nonstop? Unfortunately, Nick has some family issues. Our prayers go out to you and your family, Nick. Keep us posted. We will be getting Nick to come back on the show at a new date, so stand by for those promos to come out. But like we said earlier, family first. Nick's out there taking care of his family. So send your prayers and shout outs to Nick. Nick, if you're watching, we love you, bro. Thank you for coming to the Red Lab on Friday. For those that didn't see it, if you didn't see the Red Lab Friday, go ahead and click on my page, either the DJ Ron Tinsley page on Facebook or just regular Ron Tinsley. Click on that YouTube link. You can watch Friday night show. I would love to have Fat Man come to the Red Lab and play as well. So you just heard the open invite.
You already know. I'll be there. Just let me know.
I can't even get that dude to come to my house anymore.
So when we got...
What you cooking, Dave? What you cooking?
What you cooking? You don't want my cooking.
You're the chef. If you want to cook at my house and bring some family and friends and we can eat and jam out, you're more than welcome to. For those that come to my house, they know for the Red Lab, that I don't just have you come and give you a cup of water and say, hey, thanks for coming and playing. So look forward to having you, Fat Man. We got to talk offline. Let me know when you got an available Friday. But we'd love to have you throw down. Got Rob coming to the Red Lab coming before the end of this year. He's going to get ready to close out the year. So that way I got my family in there. Dave this week, Rob coming soon. And then we're going to end this year. The New Year is just honestly right around the corner.
Thanksgiving is just like a week.
Yes.
A week
Black
and a few
Friday
days.
is next week. Let me say that. Or what is Black Wednesday.
It's Black Wednesday.
Black Wednesday.
And then Friday, yeah.
Black Wednesday It's every Wednesday for me.
Right.
And I ain't getting no discounts. But Black Wednesday's next week. I'll be at the Chatham Movie Theater, Chatham Cinema, 87th and 87th Street, right off the Dan Ryan. And hopefully playing there and then going over to Spy Chicago to play.
That's a very nice theater, too.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So a lot of good things coming up for this winter. Looking forward to it, not the snow. But without further ado, we're going to get into some music. I'm going to shut my mouth. We will be right back with DaveC.
Yeah, when Dave gets up. And thank you guys again for having me. Thank
Fat
you.
Man, tell them one more time, where can people find you at on social media?
Google me, DJ Phat Man Chicago, PHATMAN Chicago, and that's on Facebook as well as Mixcloud, Twitch, YouTube. Just simple. Google me, you'll see the whole front page. Worked on it many years for that.
All right, you heard it right here where you can catch Fat Man. RTW, you want to take us to pay some bills right quick?
Yeah, sure, why not? All right, guys, stick around right here for more to come. When we come back, DJ DaveC is going to throw down 1 and 2s for you. Stick around for more to come on the DaBooth312, broadcasting out WIT 88.9 FM Chicago, DaBoothRadio.com, and Classic House Radio.
Hey girl, we got a party to go to tonight. All right, I've been saving up all day just for this. I am ready, and I am out the door. Hey girl, we got a party to go to tonight. All right, I've been saving up all day just for this. I am ready, and I am out the door, out the door. I've been saving up all day just for this.
There's been a rumor going around my school lately about a new draft, so I decided to check out the facts. Turns out, there is no draft, and if there ever was going to be one, we'd have plenty of notice. But you know what else I found out? Young men like me still need to register with Selective Service when we turn 18. Why register when there's no draft? Well, first off, it's the law. Guys have had to register for almost 60 years. Second, if you're a guy living in the U.S. and you don't register, you get shut out of important opportunities like college loans, job training, good jobs, and even a driver's license in most states. But I guess for me, I register because it's the right thing to do. Things are crazy in this world right now. And if the country ever does decide it needs me, I'm gonna do my part.
Guys, register with Selective Service when you turn 18. Go to sss.gov or your local post office.
Reach the World Entertainment presents The Booth. Check us out every Sunday on WIIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download that free app, tune in, and get the best sounds of the underground with The Booth.
Someone who loves you tender like I do. You'll never find, no matter where you search, someone who cares about you the way I do. It'll take the end of all time, someone to understand you like I do. You'll never find the rhythm, the rhyme, all the magic we shared, just us two.
You're so sexy. So you think you're sexy.
Bueno, todo el mundo a la pista y a mover la colita. A ver, a ver, a mover la colita. Si no la mueves te va a poner feliz. A ver, a mover la colita. Si no la mueves te va a poner feliz. Si no la mueves, se le va a poner malita.
Lift the leg up. Lift the leg up. Lift the leg up. Work the body, yeah. Lift the leg up.
Todo el mundo a la pista y a mover la colita.
Lift the leg up. Lift the leg up. So you think you're sexy. Come sexy, girl. So you think you're sexy. Come sexy, girl.
digging the dancing queen.
And in my house, there is only house music. You got the chance, you got the chance, dance. You got the chance, dance. You got the chance, This is my house.
People let me tell you, I work hard.
Ándale, mamita, tú también. Así, 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 así.
Gózala la música, gózala
La calle es una selva de cemento y de fieras salvajes como no. Ya no hay quien salga loco de contento. Donde quiera te espera lo peor. Donde quiera te espera lo peor. Juanito Alimaña. Llega al mostrador, saca su cuchillo sin preocupación. Dice que le entreguen la registradora. Saca los billetes, saca un pistolón. Es una selva de semilla. Juanito Alimaña.
Hey, it's Bob, the Hookah Solar.